Hey, this is Amy Jo, and welcome to this week's episode of ReviewZoneHD. Today, Zero has a review for us on Disney Infinity. Brandon is bringing us an exclusive sneak peek at WWE 2K14. We have some breaking news on next year's The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and finally, we are going to release footage of the Skylanders Swap Force Tournament Finals. Take it away, Zero.
Thanks, Amy, and I'm going to be reviewing the Xbox 360 version of Disney Infinity. There were 18 characters available at launch. I was able to test out all of the characters and all of the playsets this week. The starter kit comes with 3 characters and 3 playset areas, which includes Pirates of the Caribbean, Monsters University, and The Incredibles. Each of these areas have a totally different look and feel to them, so it's almost like you're getting 3 games wrapped up into one package. Each area takes roughly 8 to 10 hours to play through, and as you're playing through each one of these areas, you're going to be unlocking new items to use in the game's custom toy box mode, which happens to be my favorite aspect of playing this game. The custom toy box is simply amazing, and it's a big reason why this title is going to be worth picking up on day one. In this mode, you're going to be able to build custom racetracks and custom environments that you can play online with or against your friends in. After some extensive testing, I'm happy to report that the online works great, and I didn't run into any technical problems while playing in any other part of this game. For parents looking to pick this title up for the younger crowd, rest assured that they've included easy to follow tutorials, and the custom toy box mode is very user friendly. You're going to be able to pick up the controller and immediately start building right away. For those of you looking to play with a buddy on the couch, the local co-op split screen works exceptionally well. I never felt like I was at an advantage or disadvantage when playing alone or with a friend. They did a great job of balancing the missions for every one of the playsets, regardless of if you have a second person tagging along with you or not. Disney Infinity is one of my favorite titles that's released in 2013, and I highly recommend picking it up no matter what age you are or what type of game that you generally enjoy to play. To check out the full review, be sure to visit our forums on ReviewZoneHD.com.
That looks like a really great family game worth picking up this Christmas. And now, as promised, Brandon has an exclusive look at WWE 2K14.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
2K gave us some hands-on time with WWE 2K14. And today I'm going to be showing you a few match highlights featuring some custom characters that 2K had created for us. And I think the character that I was most impressed with out of the bunch was Jack Skellington. He was created by one of the lead designers, and he looked exactly like he did in the movie. Compared to last year's WWE 13 title, this year's looks a lot more fluid and a lot less mechanical. So wrestling fans everywhere should be pretty excited for this one. It will release for both the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, but they haven't really made an announcement yet on whether it will be available for the next generation PlayStation 4 or Xbox One.
It's really nice to see how that game is shaping up. From everything we just watched, it looks like it's going to be a great game. Now back to Zero for some details on The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
The original Amazing Spider-Man released back in June of 2012, and now a couple years later it's going to have a follow-up direct sequel that's going to be available on both the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. It should release around the same time that the upcoming movie starring Andrew Garfield and Jamie Foxx hits the theaters in the spring of 2014. And I've been keeping a close eye on any updates with this upcoming title. What I can tell you so far is that Activision is publishing it, and that the studio that's working on it is this same group that created the previous Amazing Spider-Man title and also Spider-Man Edge of Time. Now this new game is going to be loosely based around the events of the upcoming movie. Electro is rumored to be the main villain for the movie, so it's going to be a pretty safe bet that they're going to be using him for the upcoming game. It's definitely going to be one of my most anticipated titles of 2014.
Alright, I told you at the beginning of the show that we were going to release footage of the tournament finals. Zero and Brandon are going to break this down and explain exactly what happened, and also give some tips to those of you that want to put the smackdown on your friends on Skylanders Swap Force.
So after 2 weeks of the tournament battles, which featured 32 of the best characters from the Skylanders series, it all came down to Flashwing versus Bumbleblast.
For the finals, it really came down to a ranged attack war between those two, and that was really the difference maker in most of the fights leading up to the finals.
Flashwing has a ranged attack that allows him to fire from different directions, and it was really hard for me to avoid getting nailed by these attacks. And with my character Bumbleblast, he has a swarm of bees that chase down the opponent. So the tournament finals really came down to just a flurry of ranged attacks, and the fight itself really didn't last that long.
Yeah, it was one of the quickest battles we had. It lasted a little less than 3 minutes, and what you're watching right here was the final kill that sealed the tournament win for Flashwing.
If you'd like to check out any of the previous tournament battles leading up to the finals, or this fight in its entirety, be sure to check out the ReviewZoneHD.com website.
And that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Review Zone HD. Next week, we're going to be reviewing The Guided Fate Paradox, which is a JRPG published by NIS. Brandon is going to be taking a look at Zen Pinball 2's newest table expansion, Star Wars: Balance of the Force. And we'll be interviewing Stephen Ogg, who voiced Trevor Phillips in the blockbuster hit Grand Theft Auto 5. You are not going to want to miss that interview. This is Amy Jo at Review Zone HD. Thanks for watching.